Alright folks, well I'm at Paradise Beach Lodge in Pumen, joined by Dean. Tim Dunn's going to be skippering us today and we're heading out in the boat. We got a northeast that's been blowing for the last 2 days and a southwest coming through midday today, so we're going to take the gap we've got here. We've got some popping stuff, we've got some jigging stuff, we've got some drop shot. We're just going to see what we can go out and do on the Zambia reef, but stay tuned and hopefully go tight with some fish. Alright guys, well we just got out to Zambia reef. We're going to do some popping. Tim's just got us out here now. It's a lovely morning, it's overcast, the wind's not blowing too much, perfect conditions. I've done very little of this kind of fishing, so I'm super excited. See, Dean's really onto it, so let me get back onto it.
As you'll see, I'm popping quite hard. I'm trying to get as much displacement and explosion as possible. The reason being, we're fishing quite deep. It goes from like 58 meters right up the shelf, so we're in pretty deep water now. So you actually got to get that fish's attention and get him to come up from the top and grab it. So that's why I'm using this cup face popper with as much displacement as possible. The other thing that's quite important as well is you try and throw as high as possible, because what that does is it gets that lure in the air high, and then it lands. When it lands, it makes a huge splash. So don't throw low, throw the lure up, so then it lands, it goes right in and just makes a big splash, initial splash, and that helps a lot as well to bring the fish up.
Alright, now the reason well, just to run you through the actual tackle we're using and why, we're plugging now, so obviously you want to cover more distance around the boat. You don't want a 6-foot rod that you're not going to throw far away. You need something with a little bit of length. So what I'm using here is the Dawa Saltiga 8'6" popping. What that does is it gives the opportunity to throw realistically probably 60 meters instead of 30 or 40. It just gives you more surface area to cover. On top of that, I'm using the Dawa Saltiga, the new GT 6000. It's got up to a 30 kilo drag, and on top of that I've got 100 pound Saltiga boat braid. You need to be able to lock up your drag. And then the leader, I've got probably about a meter 1mm leader. You can go a little bit heavier if you want, but the bottom, the key with that leader is you can't have the leader too long, because you don't want to be winding that big knot through the guide. So it'll be catching, making a lot of noise, restricting your cast, and occasionally it'll catch on the guide and your plug will bounce back at you, so it's quite dangerous as well. Hey, happy 100 pounds of sea. Big take that line on the tackle. Oh, well done, bro. Oh, that's nice. I'm not joking. I mean, on the popper. That was lovely. I'm just gonna spear him back in. Hey! Hey, it makes me happy. Eh? That's so nice to see that. As you saw, I got that Couta. It's right along one of the ledges here. We're going back up to it now. I'm gonna carry on popping. Myself to carry on popping. What I've done, I'm actually rigging up a little dead bait, Couta bait trace. Sand mackerel is the prominent bait around here. It's a very, very good Couta bait in crystal clean water up north. So I'm just gonna put one out on the surface, no duster. Like you can see my trace there. Very simple. We're just going to leave them at the back, put a tight drag and just let them drift while we carry on popping. Who knows, maybe we'll go away with a nice Couta. Apparently there's some really, really big Couta. Tim has got one of 30, was it 36, bud? 36 kilos. 36 kilos, and they've lost bigger, so I'm probably a little bit undergunned with the size of my wire and that, but let's have a try anyway. That last fish, no giant, so this fish what we see is here. We'll let them out slowly, a little bit of tension, but if you just let them go, you might wrap, and the line might whip around one of the trebles on the side of the fish. Yeah, so like this. Probably 30-40 meters out, maybe a little more. Lovely! I'll be happy with this is the wahoo, but oh, gone! Interesting to see how what happened there. That's wow, hook pull.
Popping's a little bit quiet. Seen a lot of action, a lot of Couta jumping, a lot of bait getting smashed. So I've just put on a Kingfisher Pro Jig, and then just rigged it up with a really heavy duty assist hook. As you'll see, the jig is free. If the jig comes off this heavy duty split ring, I'm still going to be connected to the fish. Now what I've done here as well is I've just got a little glow skirt on the hook. That does seem to increase the success. And you'll look here, this hook is big. You might think it's big, but look at when it's against the jig. It's just protruding. So that hook must have a very wide gape. On.
There you go.
There we go.
Lovely stuff.
There we go. Lekker, bud. No, it's a proper hook.
How's the hook? Can I lead him?
Yeah, you need him. That hook's solid.
Hey, well done,
Yes,
buddy.
please. There we go.
Nice different species.
Tim just said he brought us to his spot, and at last on the jig. Look at that hook. It's inside. The beautiful little fish. Let's get him back, guys. Mwah! Mozambique.